second session. So thank you. This is the second session. We had the views of the industry champion this morning on this subject, and now we're going to have the training champions views. We're happy to welcome Valentina and Eric from the NCC Italy, and Anna from the NCC Bulgaria, and then Stelios from NCC Greece. On a particular aspect, this session will be recorded, and you can ask your question on the chat, but in between two sessions or directly in between two sessions. So thank you again, and Valentina and Eric, you can start when you're ready.
Hello to everyone. Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Aline. Hello to everyone. I'm Valentina Matra, and I am the task leader for the activity of the training for the NCC Italy, and with me there is also Eric Pascolo. He is the leader of VP 14 of the NCC Italy, and also he is a task leader of management and portfolio. During our presentation, we will give you an overview of our training programs that we did last year and during this year, and we would like to give you a description of the training that we offered, and Eric give you an overview on how training programs are designed to meet industry requirements, and also how we collaborate with the industry stakeholders thanks to these trainings. I will give you an idea what are the challenges and the improvements that we are faced during the last year trainings and during this year, and what are the potential area of our improvements. I give you an example of the successful training that we did last year and the outcomes from the participants, and I will give you the feedback from trainees and industry partners. And last, we will give you an idea of our future directions, our upcoming initiatives and changes, and also the long-term goals for industry collaboration. Okay. NCC Italy is composed of these 5 partners. In particular, we have Cineca, the Italian supercomputing center that hosting the Leonardo pre-exascale supercomputer. BREX, I'm from BREX, and now I'm working in BREX like the responsible of the training activities. BREX is a competence center, and our mission is help the industry to the technology transfer and also technology industries business development for high-tech projects. We have also EFAB. EFAB launch projects and accelerated the technology and transfer of SME. And Leonardo is a big company that supports supercomputing technologies through its Leonardo Labs research and development laboratories. And last, we have a big pharma company that is Dompé, that it is a long experience in the use of application of HPC and HPDA and AA in pharma. In this slide, you can see the activities of the NCC Italy. On the right, you can see all the tasks. I am the training, the leader of the training and skills task, the 2 tasks. And our mission is support companies and public administration in technology transfer with the computational technology. We help the industry into creation of POC. We organize business and public administration trainings, promote collaboration between industry and public administration and the research ecosystem. Also, we would like to support innovation based on HPC, HPDA, artificial intelligence in SMEs and public administration. And the last, digital maturity assessment for public administration processes and services. Our training program has three main objectives: increase knowledge in industry on enabling technologies to create opportunities for research and innovation, provide high-tech expertise to companies and public administration for the development of new products and services, lead those involved in the training program to independently support project innovation through the use of the internal resources. To achieve these goals, our competence center, the Italy Competence Center, has designed a training program geographically distributed through the country with the aim of reaching a large number of companies and territorial entities, while also involving scientific and academic entities. It is also proposed to organize B2B events to enable industry to interact with the territorial and national entities engaged in the transfer of technologies based on HPC, HPDA, and artificial intelligence methodologies. Our training is divided into 4 levels. We think 4 different categories for all our courses. We have the first level, the awareness, the training or the event planned with the aim of creating awareness about HPC, artificial intelligence, and HPDA in the industrial world. We usually organize workshop, events, conferences, and webinars when possible in collaboration with other stakeholders like companies or big company or research lab or present them in a larger event. The second category is curiosity and interest. This for us represented the first approach to these technologies. These trainings are created in collaboration with other training institutions like the university, also as modules of pre-existing training courses. We called level 1. We have the level 2, the high performance innovation training. With this kind of training, we would like to satisfy specific technical training needs. They will be created on the needs emerging from the national mapping of skills or from specific events or feedback from participants during the training, organized with the companies that will the protagonists of this of the innovation projects. And the last, we have the field works. We would like to give the opportunities to the young graduate of an internship. The program so will be open to students that of all backgrounds and will cover various job positions, both technical related, of course, to HPC, big data, artificial intelligence, and supported for project management and communication. In this slide, you can see the training that we did during the 2023 and during 2024. We did the HPC in industry. As you can see in our 4 categories, HPC in industry is a level 0 training, lasts 1 day, and the training is made by Cineca and Leonardo. We repeat this training in 3 cities, in Bologna, in Torino, and Modena. The course aims to provide companies with a comprehensive overview of HPC technologies, their applications, and their impact on the production process. By the end of the course, the trainees will not only have a general idea of the modus operandi, but will also be able to identify the HPC and data analytics need of their company in order to define an investment strategy that may involve application, software development, and artificial intelligence methodologies, or even the installation of new hardware. After that, we did 2 courses in the field of artificial intelligence. We did a base course, level 1, last 2 days and made by Cineca, and we did in presence in Bologna. And the second one is the advanced version that is a level 2 in reality, sorry by the mistake in the slide, and the last 2 days, and was made by Cineca in Bologna. The first one, consisting in 2 different modules, aims to provide an overview of the world of artificial intelligence, closely linked to the enabling technology of supercomputing. The first module will provide a general overview of the main machine learning models, combining theoretical explanation with practical exercise session to empower trainees in the use of these algorithms. The second module provides the basic knowledge for using an HPC machine in order to understand its potential with the application that we discussed in the first module. After that, we give to the participants some use cases to motivate the use of HPC in the field of machine learning. And then a practical session, a machine learning model will also be implemented on the HPC infrastructure of Cineca. The advanced one has also 2 different modules. The first will provide a general overview of the main neural network architectures used in the various application areas, combining theoretical explanation with practical exercise sessions to empower participants in the use of these algorithms. The second module will provide the basic knowledge for using an HPC machine in order to understand its potential within the application discussed in the first module. After that, we will also, in this module, give some use case to motivate the use of the HPC in the field of deep learning, and then a practical session. The fifth course is parallel programming, and it is a 2-level course, last 2 days, and made by the company Leonardo, and we did in 2024 in Genova. These 2 days of training offer a unique opportunity for those wishing to dive into the world of parallel programming and high-performance computing. It is designed and dedicated to developers and programmers with a basic knowledge of computer science and an interest in HPC technology. The course was led by professionals from Leonardo and provides a mix of theoretical insight and practical experiments during which participants has made the opportunity to explore the paradigms of message passing and shared memory, as well as GPU programming with NVIDIA CUDA. The main goal of this course is to equip participants with the necessary skills to use and interact with supercomputer, introduce these key concepts such as OpenMP, MPMI, and programming with CUDA. We did also the quantum computing course for the industry, is a level 2 and last 2 days, is made by Cineca in Milano in the BIP company, and this course aims to provide companies with an overview of quantum computing and its potential. So in this way, the participants can learn the basic of this discipline and possess the tools to understand how quantum computing can transform industrial processes in different sectors. The last course was Cybersecurity Futura. This course is now in progress, is an hybrid course that is online, and the last day will be in November in Bologna in Virex. The course lasts, sorry, lasts 4 days, and it is also a level 2. And in this case, we would like to share advanced tools and development, the mindset necessary to navigate the digital landscape securely with the help of HPC. I give the word to Eric with the next slide.
Okay. I asked to AI assistant to generate an image about the company skill needed to implement a digital transformation. The result is what you see on the right, very confusing. All company that I speak with, especially SMEs, say we need the training on new technology, but often don't have the internal skill to absorb this training, and their people, their resources are very too busy. We need to help company understand, given their roadmap, which training needs are most urgent and prioritize them. Often in company, when a new technology comes, is a lot of hype, and the presentation are filled with the new buzzword, artificial intelligence, big data, but often should be not directly applicable to their problems or use cases. The course we offer as EuroCC Italy must be consistent and provide skill and not chase the last technology at the moment, even if it is in high demand. I'll give you an example. 60 years ago, with the first real IER application comes, HPC seemed useless. Everything was done with a laptop. After 4 years, LLMs come, and for this AI model, this AI model cannot work without parallelism and supercomputer. Two other points to pay attention. The first, most of the company know cloud computing very well, and adapting HPC model is very difficult. So we need to be able to bridge this gap in training. And the second is a generational aspect. Young people don't use the same tools and programming language as previous generation. And the training needs to be adapted to both. Valentina?
Thanks, Eric. And now we try to summarize the challenges and the opportunities that we met, like NCC Italy, in the training field. The main challenges, of course, is the language, because for us it's not possible to do the training in a different language that is Italian. And during the training and speaks with the participant, we noticed that there are a lot of concerns about the high cost and uncertain benefit of HPC solutions. And we face another challenge, that is we now doing continuous training or on a specific company project, but not for the public. And we have a lot of specialized courses and specialized trainer, and it's not simple to us to find another argument or a specialized training in other topics. And also technology barriers, so difficulty in adapting new HPC solution to existing IT infrastructures. Our opportunity, of course, is expanding training program with more specialized courses, join training projects to develop new courses for us, and access to a network of experts and technology, and promote collaboration with also other NCC. And we usually do tailor-made courses for different industries and different sectors. in this slide, you can see the evaluation of our trainees after the training. In particular, this is the AI training and HPC training, and they said that the course give them the ideas that can find interesting your work, and 7 and 4 said that they have some idea, yes, and I know how to realize. So we don't have a no as an answer. And also, we asked to the participant if their company investing or will it invest in supercomputing, in artificial intelligence or in artificial intelligence technologies in the near future. And only 1 in 10 answers said no, and 2 responded will invest within the 2 next years, and 8 said yes. So with us is a very, for us it is a very successful outcomes. These are the feedbacks in the open questions during the survey. In the course level 0 HPC for industry that we did in Modena and Bologna, we received these answers. All the participants said that it is a very good level trainings. The example during the trainings are very clear because Cineca give them some use cases that they did in Cineca. They ask for more application, and some people said that not taking for granted in terms of use that are uncommon to all business areas for which the course was recommended. And in general, the training is effective, interesting, and some people said optimal and very good. And these are the feedbacks for quantum computing course that it is that was very, very, very positive. In fact, they said very good, top marks, very satisfied, good. And I give you in the last slide our future directions in the training field. We are designing new training, but we would like to repeat the successful training in 2025, like the HPC in industry, and we would like to go in Milano and also in Bologna. We repeat the artificial intelligence advanced module made by Cineca in Bologna, and we design a new training in large language model, and we would like to do this training in Bologna in 2025, and also cloud infrastructure for industrial service training made by Leonardo. All this training, as you can see, are level 2. I left the word to Eric for the last slide.
One industry needs is have young graduates ready for works, and that they know how to handle high big data and HPC technology. In this direction, EuroCC Italy, in collaboration with Italian national other project, institution, and the company, has created Super AI Academy, a professional course divided in 2 parts, 4 months of frontal lesson and 3 months for internship, to prepare the new talent in our HPC world.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Valentina, and thank you, Eric. It was very interesting.
Okay, shall I share it, my screen?
Yes, please. We can see your screen, not in presentation mode.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you for organizing this very interesting workshop to share what we have in our pockets and what we do in order to inform the industry, academia, and administration about the ability of teams in our network, which is quite rich in every kind of skills to provide. So I will start with a brief explanation of our node, NCC Bulgaria. These are 3 pillars, like it is said in the Bible, in order to have a stable structure. We have Institute of Information and Communication Technology at Bulgarian Academy of Sciences, which is the coordinator of the consortium. In addition to that, this institution hosts 2 supercomputers, which were listed in the top 500, so they can offer to the interested stakeholders really modern supercomputer for their needs. Sofia University, I belong to Sofia University, and I lead the training task for our consortium, which is normal, belonging to the university. Our university offers expertise not only in HPC, but something which is very important recently, HPC and artificial intelligence convergence. That's something which draws very much the interest of the companies which are interested in both technologies, and the convergence is quite important for them. Then big data analytics is, as it is known, HPDA, is very well populated as well, because we have a special institute which is working in the field of big data. What I mean, we, Sofia University, has institute on big data. The 3rd pillar is University of National and World Economy. So their main focus is the digitalization of economy in the environment of big data, which is new for most of the companies in the field. So it is quite a demanding activity. So I will overview our training programs, which I present in a very large scale presentation. So the very first training program is for SMEs that are at the beginning of HPC journey. But the important thing is that all these programs are tailored differently for the sectors that are interested in applications of HPC. So I listed those which are popular at home: life sciences, manufacturing, automotive, transport, and energy industry. So how we announce that we are opening a specific training program for a given sector? We either use the web page of the national node, NCCPG, or we announce it via HPC portal. And of course, something which is very popular recently, we use Facebook and LinkedIn media to announce for that. So in a sense, first we say that we are ready to provide a specific course for SME, let's say automotive, and then we collect the answers and prepare the course. How I'm usually saying, this is tailored on demand. Then there is another type strategy for training SMEs, which already run HPC projects. So for them, we provide supercomputing resources, storage resources, and usually they need some advice how to implement new applications for their purposes, which is quite important training activity for the 3 institutions involved. And finally, which I love very much, and in fact, tomorrow we open the academic year at the university. This is training for SMEs in emerging technologies. So these are artificial intelligence HPC accelerators. So starting tomorrow, we open 2 academic courses, and there are 2 short courses for SMEs in 2 days, which will start by the end of October. And something which is important is to pair computing systems with modern HPC infrastructures and to provide specific instructions how to use containers. Let me just share why containers are very important, because I did not hear the other NCCs mentioning that. Most of the SMEs usually express concerns that their data will not be well protected if they use HPC infrastructure, which is for everyone. So it's very important to provide a course on containers, how they can be used and how they protect the data of the users. So one of very demanding and, how to say, important activity of the node is to align the courses with the industry needs. I mentioned already singular container, and specifically singularity container is the only one which can be used for HPC parallel cluster effectively. And this is specifically designed for financial SMEs. Then we provide introductory HPC training for industrial users in mechatronics and IT sectors. So these are consultations for the requirements which are imposed by these sectors, which are completely different. And most of the SMEs in mechatronics look for training that will help them reach TRL 5 or 6. And then we give a special course for Slurm batch systems for controlling user jobs. For us, this is just a normal batch system control, but for industrial users and those SMEs, this is very new, important, and sometimes difficult, so we need very careful explanation of what is going on. Our NCC, together with Cyprus, Italy, and Netherlands, prepared tutorial accelerating generative AI with PyTorch, which was presented at the conference in May this year, and it is uploaded on the workspace of CASTIEL. Why I'm mentioning that? It is quite an important demonstration how different NCC can contribute to the same tutorial, meaning that they could sit down and work together in order to have a valuable training material, which can be used in different countries. So I advise everyone to have a look at that. And this is very modern recently, to use training machine learning models and how to use HPC for this training, specifically for bioinformatics. This is usually 1 to 2 day course, depending to the bioinformatics industry. There are several SMEs, they call themselves spin-offs, recently created in the country, and they are quite interested in the services we provide. So challenges, I think that that's my favorite topic, because challenge in this field usually is very much related with understanding and determination of the baseline of participants. So I would like just to tell you that I spend a lot of time when I talk on the phone or via email with SMEs before we start training, because understanding the baseline is very important, not only for the language. Do they prefer Fortran, as I prefer, or C, C++, Java, or whatever, or Python, which is very popular for HPC. So that's something which is important in order to start the training course and to provide useful materials for the participants. And now we have another challenge. This is item 2, high quality learning material. What I mean when I say high quality, it is very important to prepare the learning material in the new modern way. This is not as I did years ago with my lectures, which follow very specific strategy for education. Now, because the people are busy and very frequent, they use these learning materials by themselves, the learning material should provide self-directed learning. That's important and very difficult standard, but this is a standard already, not only because big companies are providing learning materials which are self-directed, and the university are obliged to do the same thing. And the third challenge is time. As usual, time allocated for trading is never enough. It is a short time for the trainees. It is long time for preparation of good quality materials for the trainers. But the timing is important to be considered very carefully and to discuss with the trainees. Are they capable to allocate 2 days, 3 days for rapid training, or they would like to have several consultations of 1 hour in a week? So this is another important advice as a lecturer for HPC newcomers in order to have a useful output for our mutual efforts, because it's effort from myself, but it is effort for the others as well. So what can be improved? So one of the things we do is to devote the session for equilibration. What does it mean? Prior to training on a specific subject, we try to have several hours of exercises using machine in order to equilibrate the speed of users to access the machine. Most of you know that it is quite shocking when you say, okay, we start exercises right now, open your SSH terminal and let's start. So usually the people really are shocked, although it's not so difficult. So I have found that it's quite useful to have a session like this one prior to training. And dynamic improvement of materials means that the learning material really need to be put in a dynamic platform, and students could put their questions and we can answer during the session, which is a very good approach used recently by most of the lecturers, not only in HPC and AI, but most of the difficult new technologies to transfer information. And the third improvement, which is related to timing, is if it is possible to integrate the training in the trainees' job responsibilities. When this is possible, this means that we, the teachers, need to talk to the company high management in order to help them realize that efficient training is important for the success of the company in the future. I present here very shortly success stories with successful outputs. One was after the 2-day training and consultations for high-performing video solutions. So I don't know how many people know that already video companies increase the capabilities of their camera using HPC machines. So that's quite a demanding exercise. But when the training is successful, the company immediately realize that they increase the performance of their video camera, and then of course their sales rates are very successful as well. So then we have another success story for a company applied after training for access to HPC infrastructure. And this is something which the pillar from the Pillar Institute of Information and Communication Technology reports that 2 SMEs submitted proposals for the Fortissimo Plus call after these companies participated in consultations how to apply. Let me just underline that all these success stories belong to NCC Bulgaria, meaning the pillars that are integrated into one node. So then what we collect feedback from
Sorry, Anna, we
yes?
have I have to remind you the time, sorry, because we have to leave some time for Stelios, and it's
Yeah,
almost
I just that's
Thank you so much.
yeah. So most of the SMEs that would like to use supercomputers need additional funding, which we cannot provide, but we can advise them how to do so. And some of them need special schools and specializations on demand. So in the future, we are going to change the training programs in collaboration with the EU Master for HPC projects, because this project already delivered HPC curriculum to be used all over Europe. And long-term goals for industry collaboration is to ensure recruitment of next generation HPC engineers. And that's my last picture, because I start the new course on quantum computers starting tomorrow, and I would like to thank you for your attention.
Huge thank you to you, Anna. Thanks a lot. Stelios, are you ready? You can start sharing your presentation if you want.
So, hello to everybody. I'd like to welcome you to also from my side to this session. I'll try to keep the time and even go a bit faster to leave time for questions. So, I'm Stelios Karosis. I'm come from Greece, the NCC Greece. I'm working in one of the 5 research organization that consists the NCC Greece, Demokritos, NCCR Demokritos, and in URC2 I have the capacity of training champion. So I'm responsible of coordinating, let's say, or brainstorming new ideas on how to reach mainly the industry as and the public sector, as the academia is well enough evolved in Greece, as we'll see afterwards. So a little some things about the NCC Greece. As I said, it's consists of 5 partners: GRNet, which is the hosting entity for the Greek HPC, Euro HPC infrastructure, the old one, Aeris, and now the new one, Daedalus, that will be online next year this time. Demokritos, my organization, NTUA, National Technical University of Athens, Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, and fourth from Crete. The overall objectives of NCC Greece, as we try to clear our message after the start of URC2, is to advance the competitiveness in research, improve the effectiveness in government services in the public sector, and promote innovation through the different services that we offer in the industry. The services that we offer as NCC is technological support and consulting in 3 things, 2+1, I would say: high performance computing, artificial intelligence, and high performance data analytics, in terms of more to data mining and less to train an AI model. Training and skills development, we're reaching different academia and industrial players to provide trainings about HPC and AI mainly. And we offer also access to computational resources, either the ones that we have access as NCC, or we help in consultation service to prepare a proposal to a company, to an SME, to have access to the European UHPC infrastructure. So the first thing that we did try to align with the local ecosystem, and especially the industries, we performed, this was part of Figure C1, to perform a demand and supply mapping of what is offered and the status of the HPC understanding and skills in Greek ecosystem, and what is needed. This has been depicted in this report of 2022, and this was, let's say, the baseline that we start building our training program and our services and actions in general. The key findings from this that was very interesting, that the academia is pretty much involved. There is an almost normal distribution of how familiar the personnel of academia is with high performance computing. This has to do, it cannot be seen here, but in the statistics that we have, has to do with how old you are or how young you are, in terms that if you are younger, you are students, you have heard something, but you are in the introductory level. If you are a professor, let's say in the 40s, you know very well what this is, and you develop an application for HPCs. And if you are much, much older, probably you have heard it, but you are not very familiar with it, as in their time it wasn't a very mainstream tool to be used. The interesting thing is the industry. The industry, either they have a data scientist which knows it or not. Mainly, the thing is that it's binary. The ones that, let's say nowadays, is more should be more familiar with big infrastructure, especially with the ones that are using AI models. Either they know it, so they had a case and have used high performance computing on similar infrastructures, or they don't. They just heard that something big exists. And this is a problem that we try to, let's say, close the gap and make initially, at least, even in a introductory level, people working in these areas more familiar with high performance computing. So the next step, and this started, we start utilize what we have built in the previous phase of EuroCC. We map the Greek landscape. We create, let's say, a repository of the different courses that exist in academia, or masters, undergraduate courses that has HPC in there. They teach HPC, so we know what the first knowledge, let's say, contact with high performance computing is coming from. We mapped also different tools that the Greek ecosystem is using. Of course, both of them comes mainly from academia and less from the industry. But there's a basis that we can put and distribute and find, let's say, because we have categorized them per field. We can promote them to the industry as the baseline of what people that are trained and know, or potentially they can know HPC, can utilize in their work. Next, we took all this and we create, let's say, a series of HPC services. The core of them is the training, of course, but also the training in terms of providing training material and courses, but training goes across it, as even in a consultation with an industry, you need to start off explaining and educate people of what high-performance computing is, because 90% of the time they don't know. They know cloud, but even if they're using some big infrastructure behind in terms of what they ask in resources, they're not very familiar with even the term. I explain more of what exists in this not report. Mainly, it's for advertising reasons. And we took this and we built the training program of NCC Greece. This has to do with the training series. We are doing trainings once per month. So on 10 per year, that regularly we update the material and we try to, through the feedback, to make them better. We have also a series of sectoral training events. We go to industry sectors like life sciences or earth sciences, or more thematical ones that involve the industry. And we perform some training webinars that we accumulate. And also we're trying to put there, besides what the regular presentation of HPC, the Greek landscape, etc. is, and how you have access to high-performance computing, success stories. Success stories in terms to bring companies that I have worked with, or they are known to use a high-performance computing, and present their cases. So promote the live by example to new companies that they want to try to use it. We have building to a MOOC course that asynchronous someone can go in and check in Greek language what high-performance computing is a very high-level one. So it's not very specific for the industry, but someone from this can start from there and contact us. We have created what we are calling HPC internships with the access as research institute universities. We have access to relevant or let's say masters that some thesis of them in the end of the master can be expanded to a case that can be run in high-performance computing. So indirectly we are training in a hands-on mode some potential new users to high-performance computing. And also for the webinars that we are doing, we have created, we are utilizing, not create, because it was something that we have found and customized for our needs, a hands-on tool on someone before the webinar can download and simulate an HPC in their laptop. So we have some training exercises by the end of each training webinar. Some words now about this report, developing the HPC services of NCC Greece. We try to take a different approach compared to what we have done in the first phase of EuroCC, which is, let's say, more a safe zone. We are coming from academia, so we had a mentality of how a university would teach things. So we try to, not doing differently, but to create packages or marketize what we are offering in a different way that we are thinking, and so far it goes well. The industry are more acquainted to see and will be more interested to contact us. So what we have done, create some, let's say, services. You can see the first big table. It's code for HPC, a service that we offer, optimize your code to go to a production mode in high-performance computing. This mainly is successful for artificial intelligence and machine learning codes, and less to more traditional, let's say, HPC applications that maybe the center of excellence are more relevant to that. We have the training for HPC, different ways of offering training material to high-performance computing potential users. And this can go deeper depending on how familiar or not are with HPC. As I said, we offer access to HPC either through a regular course of Greek Euro HPC, or through other ways in the EU level. We have these experts for HPC providing visibility to HPC experts in Greece. we have created an HPC marketplace that the ones that we managed to gather that are can offer service in terms of building your HPC or customize it, compiling things inside. Someone can find their let's say expert to have a discussion. And the Ready for HPC, this is most of you are familiar, the SME assessment tool that EuroCC have created essentially. To make it easier, so not someone can, lost in all this and what I need. These have been merged to service packages, as we are calling them. So we have, depending on the, let's say, end user, we have the HPC for industry, for academia, for public sector, as something that is relevant for someone that already knows HPC but wants to, do something very specific, the HPC for experts. All this, if someone wants to, let's say today, go inside to NCC Greece site and start picking out how they can, let's say, use all these services. It all starts with an easy form. Someone can go in and perform an assessment of HPC needs. This comes to us and help them have some consultation with us, some first free, of course, consulting discussion to find their HPC for them and build, let's say, their customized HPC case. It's interesting that at least for now, so far, the main, let's say, the best-selling packages are two: the training and access to resources. So we have two kinds of, let's say, customers: the ones that know that and they won't deploy their case in big infrastructures, and 60 to 70% of the time, the ones that they want to start learning about HPC. And every time that we ask why now and not 3 years ago, for the most common answer that we have, and that's interesting, is because now with this hype of LLMs and all this AI modeling, we understand that we need this kind of infrastructure. So there was a milestone that changed the mentality, and they brought in the front the infrastructure, something that you cannot see when you see a big AI model. To assess ourselves after every webinar, not in the end, but the middle, so we have more participation. We have a self-assessment and next event form online. We gather the feedback during the event, and we ask them what they want to learn next time. We have a series of consultations with SMEs for different aspects, even for strategic agreements, in order to perform some, let's say, joint events. For example, we are with a big cloud provider in discussion on have joint events on promoting HPC. In general for us, specific for them, for their cloud infrastructure. And as it had before, we are helping, we helped 3 or 4, I think, companies to submit in Fortissimo Plus with us. The challenge is that we need to stay up to date with new trends that comes to software, to coding, even in hardware. For example, it was a big challenge to find very fast some potential trainees from the universities that knew LLMs at the same time understand the need for HPC, which were not obvious at that point.
So Stelios, time is flying. I don't know if you have a lot to say.
No. 2 bullets.
No.
2 bullets. Okay. What we are planning is to try to the webinars that are more frequent. Now it's the second year to make them in English. So we open the audience that they appeal, and joint events with other NCCs. So some twinning on mentor depending on the format. This is some metrics about the academia and public unique participants that we had last year, and what we expect for the new academic years. As you see, we think that in academic and public sector, it's not a limit, but it's harder to we have regulars that comes always. So this is the unique number. And SMEs, we have reached 102 in Greece, and we are thinking that there's more potential, but we don't put the barrier too high, not to disappoint ourselves. That's all from my side, so thank you.
Thanks a lot. Our training champions had a lot to say today, so a huge thanks to them. Before I open the floor to the question, if we have some, I would like, so first to thanks, it's a collaboration between Work Package 4 and Work Package 3, so thanks to both training champions and industry champions. We wish to have some more webinars like that on the same topic, so if you want to present to another webinar, please let us know. Also, if you have any other kind of idea that you would like to launch or any other webinar subjects, please write to me or Marie-Françoise.